Hello, hello, hello. You know what? Donna, check it out. I had to go in the closet and bring it out. The Victory Monday shirt. Hey, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, aka Man of the People. Happy to be here on a Victory Monday. Second one in a row that we've hadn't been able to say that in a very long time. The Carolina Panthers are now a 500 team under second year head coach Dave Canales, and we are here tonight to talk about it all. Tonight's show 100% dedicated to talking to everybody out there that's a Panther fan in Panther Nation, whether it's a question, comment, vent, you name it, I'm here for it. And most importantly, it is a call and encourage show, meaning there's a link that's in the description that you can click on, and whether you're on your phone, whether you're on your computer, you have the ability to click on that link, come on the show and talk to yours truly and have some good conversation. I really enjoy meeting all of you, so I hope that we'll have lots of people lined up to do that tonight. Showtime is up to 2 hours in length. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said 2 hours. Up to 1 hour in length, and you guys are welcome to join. All right. And then seriously, let me take this back off the screen. Let me know. Do you guys like the shirt? Should I go back to sell them? So the independent media thing a couple years ago, probably more than that. I said, well, I'm gonna make some really cool T-shirts and sell those to help with the money needed to run Charlotte Vibe. And then I was like, man, nobody's gonna buy these shirts. We're losing too much. But I'll consider bringing them back. And our traditional first caller, Thomas, we're going to give him a round of applause. The consistency is there. So Thomas, you know the deal. Hold on for me for a second until I get to you, and then we'll get to you. And why am I singing? Wow, that was terrible. Let me put this link out there and pin it in the comments for everybody to be able to join us. Like my man Thomas leads by example by coming in here. Let me do this. All right, so I just put the link in the comments, and then give me a moment, and I'm going to pin that link in the comments so that people can join us. Give me just a second to get all this together. Boom. All right, so we got that pinned into the comments. Again, cell phone, Google Glasses, computer, desktop, laptop, whatever you have that has an internet connection and a camera will allow you to connect and talk to me. Question though, I've been having issues with my audio at the house now, where it seems like there's a slight echo. And there should not be a slight echo. So you guys tell me if you're hearing. I don't have the ability to hear like the exact audio you guys are hearing until later. But let me know what the sound, if it sounds like really good, if it sounds like I'm in a room where you hear this echo. Nevertheless, let's get into showing Donna some love. Victory Monday. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What's going on, Antonio McClanahan? What's up, Chris? Big win. Yes, huge win. Huge win. When you win the games that you're supposed to win, after you've been losing games that you're supposed to win, it's a big win. So yes, Antonio, I appreciate you. And then our members, I always got to give our members a little special acknowledgement for supporting the channel. You guys are the cornerstone foundation of Charlotte Vibe. As without you, there's literally no Charlotte Vibe. We don't have the money to go to any games and do all that stuff that we do. So appreciate you very much, Ant for Life. Steve O says this team is turning a corner. That was the title that I used last week about us turning the corner. And we were all like, not so sure. We'll hold it. So Thomas, you see me putting in these earphones, so you know I'm getting ready to come to you, right? And just a reminder for those out there, at the beginning, I'm usually a little gracious with the time. Hopefully, There'll be tons of people, and I'll have to go to enforcing my 2 minutes for you to get your questions out. But nevertheless, drum roll, hit the button. You guys, I'm going to have to think of a special introduction for you, Thomas, because it's like you're regular, and I appreciate it. But good afternoon, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
All right, so I am not hearing you, which is, I'm sure, 100% my fault. Say something again, Thomas. I'm not hearing anything.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, let's see if I hit the mute button. How about now?
Okay, can you hear me now?
So it works when I turn on the volume. It doesn't work when I have you muted. Just so you
Oh,
know.
nice.
Yeah.
All right. So happy, Monday, another win. And okay. So anyway, sorry about that. So the nice thing is they won. Happy, overjoyed. Now I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer because I'm always the glass half empty, full, whatever. The one thing that concerns me first of all, before I go into that, I'm not that upset that Carolina is a few point underdog against the Jets. Not that I actually love it when we're the underdog. I love it.
I had not come across that yet. We are
Yeah,
underdogs.
I did see their underdog against the Jets, and I know some fans are probably upset about that, but me, I'm not because honestly, I feel like we're better when we're the underdog. But now here comes my one point. They need to play good on the road. Bryce needs to be like how he's been at home. This whole team, they are a different team for some reason on the road. And I think they've scored at least 10 points, 22 and 13 on the road. And that's not going to get it done. Now, I get it that they're playing the Jets, and the Jets I mean, that game was probably one of the worst things I have seen, and Great Britain's probably seen since they've lost the American Revolution. But Um, but I don't know. This for some reason this feels like a trap game because this is a game you should win. And for them coming off that really high of a victory and they're 500 for the first time, I think when Cam Newton made his return several years ago with that famous "I'm back" game. Um, so I don't know. It's a great win. This is a youngish team and I think it's something to build upon. Again, that defense looked okay. The run defense looked good. Again, now granted it was against they did it against the Dolphins and now the Cowboys. But I just wanted to see more consistent. The pass defense, I'm a little skeptical on, especially like how they left Pickens pretty much wide open for a good part of that game. But I don't know. I think this is a point to where you have a lot of your young players that you drafted this past year making plays. And I don't personally think we have a running back controversy when Chuba comes back. I know I've seen like how can you go. So I don't know. I think this could be a good 1-2 punch. I just hope they play their cards right, and we'll see. This is something to build upon.
All right, so we're over our time. So I'm going to try to get two quick responses from you.
Go right ahead.
So you said when Chuba comes back, what do you expect or hope?
I don't think I don't think we're gonna have a running back controversy. I think Chuba will still be the number one. But I think you're gonna see a little more Rico a little more now because I think he's shown that he can be a productive bell cow. And I don't know. I think sometimes we have two really good running backs. It's kind of a good thing instead of having one really good one and one not so.
By the way, I meant to do that. I did not mean to do. What did I do?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
I'm
was.
sorry. That's corny. I apologize. I'm gonna delete
Uh,
that right now so
you're
that never happens. Thank you so much, Thomas.
You're very welcome. Have a wonderful night, Chris.
All right, take care.
You too. Bye bye.
So Thomas is always our leading guy to come on and let you guys know how it works when I have guests. You just come on, I give you 2 minutes. Again, while there's no line, I'll give you a little bit more grace and let you go over. But it's a show dedicated to let's interact, let's talk. And I hope you guys enjoy it. So a few things that I want to get on about the comments from Thomas there. Well, I still have a motorcycle helmet there, head. But we are an underdog, and it's a lot of work covering the game, which means like immediately after the game, I'm doing things and I hadn't got a chance to like look through everything that's out there. But yeah, the Jets have opened as Week 7 favorites against the Carolina Panthers. That has to help a little bit with the job that Coach Canales has to do with get this team ready, right? What I said yesterday was that this week is another good coaching challenge for Dave Canales, especially with this young team. Say, hey, you got 2 wins in a row, you're feeling good, and now you're about to go on the road, you're about to be in the big city of New York. Make sure these guys stay focused. But I think that's a gimme right there. If you open up as an underdog, yeah, I would like that all day long. And then in terms of Rico coming back, Rico is being a great running back right now. And then there's a question of, okay, what do we do when Chuba Hubbard comes out? Let's interact. So I want comments coming on those 2 things that we're talking about so we can have some good interactive conversation here tonight. I feel like when Chuba comes back, which could be this week, excuse me, I feel like when Chuba comes back, that Chuba should still be your starting running back. He's earned it. He didn't lose the job. He wasn't terrible. The offense was struggling. During those games where Chuba was in and they were doing the rotation with Rico, Rico wasn't having like great, oh wow moments. They were both just kind of trying to find some success in a run game that didn't really have the opportunity to be successful because of the deficits of the game that they were playing in. But you certainly have had Rico be amazing. Doing it against some of the weaker defenses against the run, but it's still by far amazing, right? I feel like when Chuba comes back, that you still rotate them in, but you do one of 2 things. Number one, you commit to a lot more sharing of the ball between those 2, and you be very open to saying, hey, if one guy gets hot, we'll just ride it out. To me, that's fair. Like, you can't just say only if Chuba gets hot or only if Rico get hot. To me, it's either you guys get hot, we ride it out. And if you don't see that, then I feel like, well, then you might as well make your pick on which guy you want, because if I'm Chuba, and again, I feel like a lot of his challenges earlier were circumstantial to those games, and now I'll come back and you don't even want to give me a chance to lose. Like, you lose your starting job when you don't perform, and the other guy is. Anyway, I don't want to take up all the time on that. I want to see what questions you all have, but I just want to make sure I touch on those things that Thomas brought up. So we'll continue to work through it, and I'll give you guys some other updates as I get them. All right, Darren Green says, why don't they keep number 15 in the game? He is a really good receiver. So, he is showing some promise. Number 15 is Jimmy Horn Jr., and he got his opportunity due to the amount of injuries that have been piling up for the Carolina Panthers. So Jimmy this past weekend against the Cowboys had 1 rush for 11 yards, which is good. I feel like he could be our jet sweep reverse trickery guy versus I've hated seeing Xavier Legette and I can't remember the other person that did it. Might have been David Moore. He's on IR now, but not liking the wide receivers that we were trying to do these plays with. But he's 1 for 11. Very fast guy, so it's helpful for that. He caught both of his passes this weekend, 2 for 36. So that's what you have there. Now, the challenge with continue to have Jimmy Horn Jr. out there is you got to put a guy on the bench, right? And this is with Jalen Coker coming back. So if Jalen Coker returns, and by the way, the coach today said that Coker has a really, what was his words? Let me see if I can be more precise with his words. He said Coker is really close. Jalen Coker is really close to returning. Got to see how he performed this week. And I agree. The guy was a full participant last week. You didn't activate him this week. That's you saying, I kind of feel confident enough in what I have where I can be a little cautious and give this guy one more week to return to even better health. So if Coker's able to come back, who's going to come out? It could be Hunter Renfrow. It could be. Hunter Renfrow, let me look at his stats the last few games. I know they cannot be good because I have not seen many highlights from him at all. He was targeted twice. He had one catch for 7 yards. That's not a lot of production that you have to replace. Against the Dolphins, he caught it once, 7 yards, was targeted 3 times. Let's go back to one more game. Let's go to the New England Patriots. Hunter Renfrow, it was targeted twice. He caught both of those, and it was for 10 yards. So in each of those games, Hunter Renfrow is the least leading receiver. The only people that are behind him are tight ends and running backs. And I'll even go to this current game. Yeah. So there's not a lot of production that you lose with Hunter Renfrow. Now he's also gotten into a few punt returns recently. But I think we all feel like, putting Jimmy Horn Jr. back there in lieu of Hunter Renfrow, I mean, unless he just doesn't catch the ball, then it shouldn't be any drop-off. It should actually be some improvement, you would think, by having Jimmy Horn out there, unless he just doesn't have any good vision at all, which would be surprising. I mean, it could happen, but it would be surprising. Appreciate the comment there, Darren Green. Got to touch on our members here for sure. Victory Monday, keep pounding Panther Nation. It was weird. I woke up on Sunday morning actually sensing we would protect the bank. Yes, Ant for Life, we did. Darrell says we need those shirts. I'll think about it. I mean, if enough people say that they like it, I will bring it back. Ant for Life says, yes, Chris, we love the tee. Wear it. I will buy one. All right, hey, I'm a man of the people, so you guys get to dictate what goes on around here. It's your boy. Finally, somebody gave me some feedback saying the sounds great. That's appreciated because I didn't know what it sounded like. Excuse me. My man Ali Bodrick, welcome back, Chris. Victory Monday. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. SC boy, man of the people. What's going on? Appreciate you very much. So here's some comments about the running back situation that I was just talking about. Saying if Rico has the hot hand, play Rico. If he cools down, put in Chuba. So, and for like in this scenario that you're talking about, are you stating start Rico, let Rico play? And then only if Rico is not having a crazy good game do we then sub Chuba in. Now keep in mind, folks, Chuba Hubbard got a brand new contract last year. He didn't get like a blockbuster, you're the best running back in the league, but he certainly got a we appreciate what you do, we're going to count on you for years to come kind of contract. So that does play a role in how you use your resources as a team. Chance Hines, what's up? What's up, Chris? How are we the underdogs against the Jets? Yeah, I'm gonna Google one more, but so far that's breaking news from Thomas. So Thomas, thank you for sharing that with me. I had no idea that we would be considered the underdogs playing against the New York Jets. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. So let me check this out a little bit more. And super chats are always welcome and appreciated. And I'm going to put something else on the screen there to give you guys an opportunity to support us. Let's see. Let me look again. Week 7 is what's coming up. See, I don't know how to read this. I'll be honest, I don't. So you guys can help me out here because I don't bet like this. If the Panthers are negative 1.5 on the spread, I'm assuming that means that they're counting on the Jets winning because the Jets are plus 1.5. Let me look for a good team. This will help give me some reference. Let's see. No, I don't get this because then all right, I'm going to try to look at one more place for this because I need it to just be flat out clear. Spread. No, I don't get this. All right, so I'm going to have to come back to that a little bit. But I did find one source that says, yes, the New York Jets are the favorite to beat the Carolina Panthers this Sunday and get not only their first victory, get their first home game victory of the week. I mean, that's just, ooh, that's crazy for a team that's coming off back-to-back victories. Now, the only reason that I can see that is, number one, maybe national media. It's in like people as a whole outside of Charlotte do not believe in the Carolina Panthers, even though we just beat the Dallas Cowboys. Or it could be a very steep belief, and this is something that Tom is our lone caller, and I hope he's not our lone caller. I'm putting pressure on everybody out there watching to call in as well. Link is in the description. Link is also pinned in the comments if you're on YouTube. And you know what? I'll even put it out there again in the comments for you guys to click on that link, join me, ask your questions. But maybe it's because it's a road game and Bryce Young on the road is pretty much not successful. So maybe they're saying, hey, yeah, Bryce is good. They're good at home. But on the road, he's going to have some turnovers. They're not going to play as well. And bada boom, bada bing, Carolina Panthers lose to the New York Jets, giving them their first victory of the year. We'll see what the outcome is, but now let's go back to a few more questions that we got out there. And for life, I think is disagreeing earlier with my thought of have Chuba start and then rotate Rico in and be willing to switch to the hot hand. She disagrees. Even running backs know if you have a hot hand running back, keep him in. Jay Stu said that today. Okay. Fair enough. I like opinions. I asked for it, so you get it. I got to take it. So I appreciate that comment. We will certainly see what Coach Canales has in mind. Chance Hines, he says he thinks we need to share the running load. Yeah, and something to further think about this, right, is people like for running backs to have, they like to have multiple running backs. It's like boom, 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 boom. Let one go, let the other go. And I know you guys say, well, there's no benefit to that if neither one of those guys can get into a groove and they're groove-type running backs. But something that Rico said the other day was, hey, one thing, if Chuba comes back, is he's probably not going to be cramping up anymore because he's been cramping up the past 2 games because of how much he's been out there running and trying to, and being successful at it, running far. that he's been cramping up. He cramped up yesterday at the very, very tail end of the game, and Trevor got his opportunity to not score his first touchdown as a professional athlete. But that was really cool. Penny, I see you there, so I'm going to come to you in just a second, sir. And see if we had any other quick comments. Sea Dog, what's going on with you? Sea Dog always says positive things and support. Here we go. Here we go. Another member that I hadn't seen in a while. I love you all, but I also recognize when I haven't seen some of you in a while. This one right here, Knucklehead K. Haven't seen her in a while. And she also acknowledges, what's up, Chris? Hope all is well. Been a while since I've caught you live. Welcome back. Hey, chat. So appreciate you tuning. I don't know if it's the victory that got you tuning in. I don't know if it's the route that you're on, but nevertheless, glad that you're here. All right, Penny, give me a thumbs up if you're ready, boss man. And thumbs up. What's going on, sir?
What's going on, Chris? Man of the people, what's going on, man?
I'm
Happy
trying to be.
Victory Monday, everybody.
Yeah, yes. It's good stuff, man. We'll give some sound effects
Absolutely.
there. Back to back Victory Monday.
Absolutely, man. Statement win, big time statement win. I think when it comes to the topic of us, choosing or debating who should we start, I think we should split the backfield 50-50. I left it in the comments. When I
Which
initially
one
became
starts?
a Huh? Who
Which
starts?
which one
You
starts?
played a hot hand. You played a hot hand. You got to start Rico and then ease Chuba in there. I mean, honestly, do you want to just throw Chuba in there? I mean, he's out. He's been out the last 2 weeks. Do you just want to throw him in the fire already? I think we can slowly but surely kind of just split the backfield. I mean, Rico's only here for a year. You know what I mean? So we gotta. He's hot right now, so we gotta get as much wear and tear we can out of him.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think coming thinking about this weekend, I'm trying to stay, and I think we all just kind of need to just stay real level. Let's stay level. I think 7 wins are definitely achievable this year, but let's just stay level. Let's stay level set. Defense is rocking right now. I know Derek Brown in the presser, he said that the Jets. Even though they are 0-6, that we were there. We were a hungry team just trying to get the first win, and I think I don't think we should sleep on the Jets. I think we should come at them like we did at Dallas, and just kind of get ready for Buffalo after that. So, what about you, man? What you think? What you think about how you feeling about this weekend, man? Let's talk about it.
So yeah, for this weekend, I feel like with the breaking news that Thomas gave me at the top of the show that we're underdog, I think that helps a lot for the mentality that this young team needs to have. I don't know if we forget how young they are, but it's a pretty young team, and now we got a chance to start feeling ourselves. We had one victory. Oh, now we got two in a row, and we're going to New York. And I felt like yesterday that the big coaching challenge is on Dave Canales to, are we capable of winning? Surely. But are we going to have the right mindset? Are we going to continue to tackle? Because, we've had tackling problems. Are we going to continue to stuff the run? Is Bryce going to stay focused? And are they going to give him a game plan which does not allow him to easily turn the ball over early? I think that's always the key week to week with that guy, is if you can help him avoid a turnover early, then we're in a good place. So I feel pretty good, but I think I'm like you. Like, I want to stay easy about it, though.
Please, please. Let's just see what. Let's definitely dominate this weekend, and then let's really see where we're at when we play. Let's say Buffalo, and I'm interested to see how they play Atlanta tonight. But let's just kind of take it week by week, y'all. Week by week.
Hey, did you have anything else? Because I want to hit you with one more question before I let you go.
No, man. What you got?
So if we win this weekend against the New York Jets, forget, if it's close, if it's kind of, who cares? If we beat the New York Jets this weekend, does that for you give you any kind of peace about this team for the rest of the season? Meaning, like, would you say, okay, we have to beat Buffalo for you to continue to feel good? Or would you say, we can't beat everybody and Buffalo's a good team? That's my question.
I think that we need to remember like what we set for ourselves this year, right? Were we coming in this year like, are we eager to make it to the playoffs? Do we have a playoff chance? Or do we come in this year and we say, hey, the ceiling for us, 10 wins max. And, maybe next year we can kind of, potentially fight for a division, fight for the division. But for me, I think we just need to. It's a good question, Chris. I think that we
you
can. I
dancing
think
on it.
honestly, I think we can compete. We can compete. We're showing that we can compete. I think we just need, like I said, if we can execute on all three phases of the game, we can compete with anybody. It's the self-inflicted wounds that kind of really, and I don't think as we're a young team, and so it's gonna happen. Um, I think the Buffalo game. If we come out of Buffalo,
Come
then
on,
I'm gonna come
Penny.
on
Come
here
on,
full Panther gear.
Penny.
I'm going all out. I'm going all out. I can't because it's like when we played Miami and we beat Miami. You know, it was a good game, but we
I'm
started
letting you
sluggish.
go
We
over
started
because
bad.
I still want you to come back to my initial question.
Oh, I'm
Is
definitely
that
coming back.
if
I'm
we
definitely coming back.
win this weekend against the Jets, are you now a believer in the Carolina Panthers behind Dave Canales?
If we win against the Jets, no, no, I can't.
Okay.
I can't. I can't because every time I set my standards high, I can't. No, 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 no.
Hey,
Because then I'll be jumping the gun. I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna stay cool, calm, collected. If we beat Buffalo, come talk to me when we beat Buffalo.
hey, I appreciate you, man. I hope you
Yes,
come back
sir.
again, sir.
Hey, anytime, my man. Thank you, Chris, man of the people. Y'all check in.
Appreciate you. So I think it's only fair that I answer that question, and I get it. I feel like a lot of fans, we should be like scorned, right? Relationship scorned, burned, PTSD, however you want to put it, right? Because this team has not given us what we have wanted in over 10 years. And it's been bad. It hadn't been like, oh, we're up like this. It's just been like this, right? So I get it. For me personally, if we beat the Jets, then I feel like we've arrived. Not we've arrived in a sense of like, oh, we're about to be playoff team this year and about to kill it. I'm saying we've arrived in the sense of turning the corner. We're no longer about to just be this bad, bad, bad every year. We're about to have like a team with a coach that we can say is going to be competitive every year. Now, granted, there's going to be an odd year to come, but just overall, it's like I feel like we would have some years ahead of us of being a competitive, fun to watch football team. That's for me. But appreciate Penny calling in very much. Hopefully, you guys will continue to call in. That's how it works. That's what this show's all about. I, of course, could have things to talk about, but I like to have one show that's 100% dedicated to just answering your questions and whatever that may be and talking with you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll continue to rock through some of these questions here. I like this comment. She said she just told her husband that the Jets are favorites, and he said, dang, they treating us bad. Yeah, I gotta like it for some motivation though. That has to be some motivation. I wish there was somebody I could hit up right now. The team say, hey, how do you feel about that? Ramblin' Muse says, thanks for the great reporting. Let's go Panthers. Absolutely, I'm here for you guys. Let's see. So while I give you all a chance to ask a question or two, we will take a quick look back at some of the great photographs that our photographer gets for us each and every single week. Just to show you guys a few. Uh-oh. You guys are saying start this man. Start this man, let him lose the job. The man who has back-to-back 200 yards scrimmage, had just under 200 yards rushing, has more yards than, I think, Henry. Definitely has more yards than Saquon Barkley. He has definitely been doing his thing. Definitely been doing his thing. So let's not at all short him in that. And then we also talked about my man Jimmy Horn Jr. 15, as I forget who referred to him as 15 earlier. Let me see, I can quickly find out who that is. Daron Green saying, why don't they keep number 15 in the game? He's a really good receiver. There's a picture of my man in action right there, Jimmy Horn Jr. doing his thing yesterday. And Panthers defense, stopping the run. You ain't going nowhere against the Carolina Panthers. At least that was the case yesterday and the week before. I think the past 2 weeks we have allowed, like maybe 60 yards rushing. Let's just go ahead and look at the numbers. We got time. Yesterday the Cowboys had 31 yards rushing, so that's 31. And then the Miami Dolphins had 19. Ooh. So what is that? 30, 40. Yeah, not a lot. Not a lot. So Coach Canales today in speaking with the media says that a lot of that has been a result of the edge being set very well by the team, and everybody else is playing complimentary football on that defensive side, coming in, even his cornerbacks coming in, not being afraid to be a part of the run-stop game and getting some stops there. So full team effort. That run game has certainly been, the lack of a run game that we have been allowing other teams has certainly been a plus in helping us do what we do. And, I feel like overall, if we continue what we're building identity-wise with this run that Dave Canales has wanted to, then we could be successful. And I think Dave has felt that all along, but he's just been like trying to figure out what to do when he gets off to such a poor start in games, right? Like, can I just stay all on my run game when I'm behind this much? So we'll see. Let's go back to, again, as we're talking about Chuba a lot and Rico. Game 1, Chuba had 16, Rico had 3 carries. They both had a long of 9 yards. They both averaged basically 3.6. Against the Cardinals, Chuba had a long of 14. Rico had a long of 5. Chuba averaged 3.8. Rico was 1.5. We'll do just one more. Now, against the Falcons, a game that we had a shutout and won, Chuba averaged 4.3 with a long of 8, and Rico averaged 3. So, but I think I know what the argument is going to be for most, is that that's with a big split, and that you guys want to see what happens when one of the guys just gets the great majority of the snaps and allow them to get into a groove and go for it. So I get it. We'll see. What's up, Davey Broughton? The mood is better in here lately. Let's go Panthers. Absolutely. You know what? We'll get to it. Yeah. It is good, man. It is good. So, I know today I kind of had a smile when I was out and about and I saw a few people wearing Panther stuff. And I'm like, it just makes you feel like this extra little bit of happiness. Like, yeah, we won. We did win yesterday, right? We are a 500 team. Like, this is cool. So, Dave, you're right, man. The vibe is so much better when this Carolina Panthers team is winning, and we hope that it keeps going. I can't wait till we play the Bills. That's going to show what we're made of. Okay. And again, I'm not mad. I get it. Hey, I'm not getting excited yet. We've been playing bad teams and we've been winning. But I want a victory. This is what I feel like the fans are saying. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Let's get in those comments. Yeah, we beat the Miami Dolphins. They're not a good team. Let's see what are the Dolphins currently? 1-5. Yeah, we beat the Cowboys. They're now 2-3. But we know that the Cowboys have the best offense and the worst defense. And yeah, we might beat the New York Jets. They were a defeated team, hadn't won a game. But if we beat them Buffalo Bills, currently sitting at 4-1, then I'm going to respect this team. Okay, I got you. Let's go to Stallion. Enjoyed the game and especially the outcome. Glad team after all these years finally doing what Coach Wilkes wanted to do to begin with. Run the rock, pass a little, get the W in the end. Yeah, I don't know how much longer Coach Wilkes is going to have a job up there in New York with, you know, you're 0-6. Something got to change. Somebody come. I ain't saying he's the one, but just think anybody up there would be kind of struggling to maintain their job when you got such bad things going on. But and it's kind of funny, right? We hadn't talked about this guy right here much, and because of how much Rico has just been crazy good and telling people to buckle up, and now they didn't buckle up. But Tetairoa McMillan is doing good. He's still being solid. He still has some things to improve on, but he's a rookie, so that is to be expected. That he's not coming out perfect. Man, I just noticed the watch on that referee. What is that about? I wonder if I can zoom in on that. You guys see the watch on the referee? What the heck is that showing? Can I zoom this thing all in a lot? Let's see. Oh, that's kind of cool of some sorts. Anyway, as I get distracted into my own world of the details of the photograph, yeah, Tetairoa McMillan doing pretty good things, having some rookie battles, and then Hunter Renfrow, who I admit to you guys, I'm going to be watching a lot of film tonight. Not Monday Night Football, but I'm going to be watching the previous games for this Carolina Panthers, and I'm going to be watching the reps and the routes and whether or not Hunter Renfrow is open, because I'm not seeing out of Hunter Renfrow anything near what I thought I would be seeing. Could it be the pass plays that are being called? Could it be him? I kind of felt like he could easily be into that Adam Thielen thing type role where he's not the most popular guy out there in the world. You know, it just kind of seems like a basic dude, but he's reliable, he's good, he knows how to get open. That's so much what I thought I was seeing out of Hunter, and I'm not seeing any of it. So we'll watch the tape, and we'll come back and report to you guys on that. And again, I'll give you guys just another moment for another question to come in. If one does not come in, I'll assume everybody got in all their questions. And we can have this feeling here of a victory Monday when your kicker makes the game-winning kick. And look, speaking of how young this team is, rookie. I mean, there's rookies in that picture. But that's our team. That's who was celebrating yesterday. Got us to that victory. But I had an interview that I have done with Brady Christensen that I have not put up yet. And I just remembered, I got to get that up before it's really, really old. I did that last week. Great guy. So that seems to be it. Hey, I appreciate you guys so much. Memberships, get one if you haven't, if you're in a position to do so. Cash App is also a good way to chip in $1. I always will say, hey, if everybody watching chips in $1, we will have the budget that we need to cover this team on the road the rest of the season. Currently, we do not have that budget. I'd love it if we did. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now, get you that Brady Christensen one-on-one interview up, and continue to do some prep work for this New York Jets team that we have coming up. And thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. Thank you to all my members, Darrell, Amp for Life, Knucklehead K, and I think I'm missing one more. SC Panther Boy, I believe. Thank you all so much for being members. Thank everybody for tuning in. Chris Jenkins reporting for Charlotte Live.